Good day. How is everyone? Let's put the bell over there. Well, if you made it here, and I actually got thrown off with the time change here in the eastern United States, so that might have thrown people off as well. Today is Sunday, March 8th, 2026. And just I wanted to begin, instead of doing it at the end, it just we'll chat a little bit, but I want you to contemplate this one thing. We've been told that things are happening worldwide, and bombs are being exploded, and people are being killed, and somebody brought up an interesting point. And what if it was all a hoax? What if it was fake? Because as far as I know, none of the people who watch my mass are there and can contact me, directly to let me know what's going on, either in Israel or in Iran or in any of the Middle Eastern countries. What if this was completely controlled? Don't think that they cannot do these gigantic deceptions. I'm not saying it is. I'm saying, what if? Because we know that there are some gigantic things that they've tricked us, fooled us, deceived us with. One of their biggest tools is NASA, which stands for Never a Straight Answer. And their symbol is a forked snake's tongue going through their name. So again, their origins are Masonic, and just I'm learning that nothing can be trusted. Nothing can be trusted. What we are told, because there are so many people in these realms of deception that continue to deceive. And then think about it. If you were told a lie, believing it was true, and you passed on that same lie to others and to your offspring, etc., it just becomes one giant lie. How do we break that cycle? Well, this is what we're doing. We're doing that. Okay, when you practice the Catholic virtue, when you contemplate these things that sound to be beyond reason, for reasonable people they would be, but you have to remember, we're not dealing with reasonable entities. So, and again, it's not about judgment. It's not about, it's about what if. All right. And, there was a gentleman, telling me how this is all wrong. And, quoting me all these historical facts. What if? What do we have, really? What if he was told wrong? What was if he was told a lie? What if I was told a lie, believing it was true? And he sincerely believes it's true, as do I. So therein lies the conflict. And this is why, in my opinion, it is so important to really, really contemplate within and make your connection directly with the Creator, the most holy Trinitarian Theophany. This gives peace in the soul. You're not worried about what others are doing, obviously, unless they're trying to harm you directly or indirectly. And they are. Okay, through, for example, so let's just presume that the whole thing is a hoax over there, and there's plenty of oil everywhere, and they just fabricated this need to raise the prices of the gasoline, for instance, to ridiculous amounts. I mean, it just within a week they're changing the cost of me returning to New Hampshire, probably by hundreds of dollars. Who knows where it's going to stop? So that affects us directly. So we have to be aware of that. We have to contemplate those things. We have to reserve judgment of others who are learning. We have to do more prayer, and again, turn it all over to the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany. All right, let's get started. We had one heck of a thunderstorm and downpour yesterday. Everything is soaking wet here. So if you could bear with me. And I do not have a ring beller, a bell ringer, or someone to ring the bell for me today. So Benedict is with me, but not capable of that level of comprehension. All right, so let's get started. I appreciate your patience and your perseverance. And again, you don't have to believe me. You have to practice your discernment and your prayer and do what you think is correct. And again, I'm not saying that the church is incorrect. What I'm saying is that you have to discern, because there's been huge amounts of deception. And many of the prophets have said, Catholic prophets over the centuries have said, these would be the most confusing of times. Again, and it is. It's because there's such deception. And when you have deception, you have confusion. All right? When people tell the truth, it's very clear, it's very plain. Things are obvious. But when there's deception, you have AI, you have television, all these electronics. So yeah, it would probably be a good idea for all these electronics to go away so we could get some clarity on reality. You can quote me on that. Let's get started with Good Day Rising prayers. In nomine Dei, matronum nostra, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Let us place ourselves in the presence of the Most Holy Trinitarian Theophany, and in Catholic contemplation, humbly venerate the Most Holy Divine Family as the Most Holy Trinity. Most Holy and Venerable Trinity, one Divine Family, I believe that Thou art here present. I venerate Thee with the deepest humility. I render to Thee with my whole heart the homage which is due to Thee. O Most Holy Divine Family, relying on Thine infinite goodness and promises, I hope to obtain pardon of my sins, the help of Thy grace and life everlasting, through the merits of Deum Iesum Christum et Deum Matronam Nostrae. O Most Holy Divine Family, I love Thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, because Thou art all good and worthy of all love. I love my neighbor as myself for love of Thee, and I forgive all who have injured me, and ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Let us thank the Most Holy Divine Family for the many graces that we receive, and offer ourselves and our sufferings up to heaven, and for the souls in purgatory. O Most Holy Divine Family, I most humbly thank Thee for all the favors Thou hast bestowed upon me to the present moment. It is again thanks to Thy bounty that I should live to see this day, and I desire to employ it solely in Thy service. I consecrate to Thee all my thoughts, words, actions, and sufferings of this day. Sanctify them, that there may be none that is not animated by Thy love, or that would not tend to Thy greater glory. Let us make a firm resolution to avoid evil and to do good, and let us beg of the Most Holy Divine Family the graces which are necessary to us. O Most Holy Divine Family, Thou knowest my weakness, and that I am unable to do anything good without the help of Thy grace. Deny me not Thy God. Deny me not Thy grace, O God, proportionate to my necessities, Give me strength to avoid everything which thou forbiddest, to practice the good which thou hast commanded, and enable me patiently to bear all the trials which it may please thee to send me. O Dea Matronam Nostrae, Holy Mother of God, I place myself under thy protection. I throw myself with confidence into the arms of thy compassion. Be to me, O Mother of Mercy, my refuge in distress, my consolation in suffering, now and at the hour of my death. O most holy divine family, as envisioned by St. Lucia as the most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Dea Matronam Nostra, Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all my sins, because I dread the loss of heaven and the pains of hell, but most of all because they offend thee, O most holy divine family, who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve, with the help of thy grace, to confess my sins, to do penance, and to amend my life. Deum ubiscum, quoque pote. Oremus. Fidelium Deum Iesum Christum omnium conditor et redemptor animabus famalorum getorum remissionem cunctorum tribuet peccatorum ut indulgentiam quam semper obtuverunt piis supplicationibus consequentor, qui tecum vivet et reinat in uni divina familia, qui erat est et edit in aeternum. Suscipe Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum hoc immaculatum hostiam, quam ego indinius famulus tuus offedi tibi Deo meum vivum et verum, pro numeri vidibus peccatis et offensionibus et negligentiis meis, et pro omnibus circumstantibus, sed et pro omnibus fidelibus catholicorum, vivi sacre defunctis ut mihi et idis proficiat ad salutem. Deum qui humanae substantia dignitate mirabilitu condidisi mirabilius reformaste da nobis spiritus atque tu mysterium eius divinitatis, esse consortes qui immunitatis nostrae, fiat de notis particips Deum Iesum Christum Filium, qui tecum vivet et reinat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Affedimus tibi Deum calicem salutaris tuum de peccantis clementiam uticus vetu divina majestatis tuae pro nostra, totius mundi salute, cum adoris suavitatis ascendat. In spiritu humilitatis et in animo contrito suscipiamur de Deum Iesum Christum, et sic fiat sacrificium nostrum in conspectu hodie ut placiat tibi Deum matronam nostrae Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Veni sanctificator Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum et sanctifici de plato prosequendo, et accepere hoc sacrificium tuo sanctum nomini praeparatum. Suscipe Sancta Trinitas concordationem contivia feremus amor passiones resurrectiones et ascensiones Dei Iesum Christum, et in honorem Dei matronam nostri et Papa Peter Sanctorum et Istorum et omnium Sanctorum, ut idis proficiat ad honorem, nobis autem ad salutem, et idi pro nobis intercedere in inter in caelis, quorum amorem agimus in tedis pediendum Christum Deum nostrum. Orate ut mem ac vestrum sacrificium acceptabile fiat Paterem Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Suscipiate Deum Iesum Christum sacrificium de manibus tuis et laudem et gloriam nominis sui ad utilitatem quoque nostram totiusque ecclesiae suae sanctae. Deum ubiscum, quoque apote, surus un cor da, habamus ad Deum. Gratias agamus Deum nostrum, dignum et justum est. Te ecito clementes in matere patere Deum matram nostra, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, et Deum Iesum Christum Filium Tuum Deum nostra, supplices rogamus et petimus, uti accepta habeas et sanctificas. Haec sanctam sacrificium idibata, in primis quae tibia ferimus pro ecclesiam tuum sanctum catholicam quam pacificare custodire ad honore et regere dineris toto orbiterarum atque catholicae. Memento Deum, famalorum catuorum. We pray for the sick and the suffering. We especially pray for Paulie, Shelley, Therese, Cody, Ben, Jenny, Emily, Katie, Kathy, Marie Josephine Mose, Marilyn, Mark Jr., Letitia, Mindy, Todd, Clarette, Dennis, Barbara Santa Croce, James, Robert, Benedict, Gregory, Adam, Malachi, and Patrick Santa Croce, the Williams, Tafour, and Began families, the Stevenson family, Michaela McLarnon family, the Kendrick, Shorten, Nolan, Dasco, Kane, Nye, Wolf, Camerano, and Pohalski families, and all their good intentions. We pray for an end to all governmental allowance or sanctioning of abortion, transgenderism, transhumanism, child trafficking, child abuse of any kind, anywhere, place, or time, all organ harvesting. We pray for the establishment of a Catholic monarchy with a sound Catholic system of labor, human value, and medium of exchange with no usury. We pray for courageous men to step forward as leaders of this Catholic society, to be truthful. We pray that all lying and deceit is stopped. Those who commit it become dumb. We pray for the elimination of all harmful radiation waves in our air and in our homes. We pray to make known publicly who murdered St. Lucia. We ask and pray for the gift for an increase in the knowledge and practice of the Catholic virtues, and for an increase in the gift of discernment for everyone. We ask that all take a step back and ask themselves whether or not they are acting in pride in whatever they are about to do. We ask for the conversion of all sinners trapped in a state of mortal sin, especially the ignorant. We ask that Catholic families bring back Catholic morals and values, that men and women stop feeding their money, energy, attention, and time to sports, celebrities, worldly entertainment, worldly vices, procedures of vanity. And we ask them to focus their attention and time to raising their families to be Catholic for the most holy Trinitarian Theophany, for the salvation and freedom of souls from the heresies of the Jews. Please remove all forms of Freemasonry and its tentacles that are everywhere throughout the world, and guide the members into the submission of the most holy Trinitarian Theophany through correct baptism and confession. Please destroy the satanic document of Vatican law that is the Jewish Talmud. We ask that you destroy Rome and the Vatican and recognize the authority of the Catholic Church to be in Portugal. Please nullify any attempts to establish anti-Semitism propaganda into any rules, codes, laws, statutes, or policies. And we ask the Most Holy Trinity that all Catholics be given the grace to be accountable, so that we may each have a holy hatred for sensuality, as St. Catherine of Siena encouraged, a repentant shame for the offenses we have committed and continue to commit against thee, and a deep love of thee and of souls, so much that we desire nothing more than to be of service to thee in every moment of our lives. All this and more we ask in accordance with the most holy divine family's goodwill and intention. Et omnium circumstantium quorum tibi fides cognita est et nota devotio, pro quibus tibi ferimus, veruque tibi frontox sacrificium laudis, pro se suis coenibus, pro redemptione anamarum suarum, pro spes salutis et calamitatis suae, tibi credent volta sua, aeterno Deum vivo et vero. Communicantes et memorantes in primis gloriosae semper Dei matram nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et beatorum martyrium torum Papa Sancte Petri, et Sancte Lucia, et Sancte Iacinta, et Sancte Francisco, Sancte Juan Diego, et omnium sanctorum tuorum quorum meditis precibusque concedas ut in omnibus protectiones tuae monumer exilio periendum Christum Deum nostrum, quam oblationem te Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, in omnibum consecratum acceptabilum que feceri dignidis, ut nobis corpum et sanguim fiat dictissimi filium tuum Deum Iesum Christum, qui pridie quam pateretur recepit panem in sancta sacramentis manus suas, et derivatis oculis in calamate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum sum omnipotentem tibi gratias agens. Consecravit, frege didique lumnis sui digens accipit et mundo cate ex hoc omnes. Hoc est enim corpus meum. Simili modo postquam ceremonia est accipienser hunc preclarum calicem in sancta sacramentis manus suas item tibi gratias agens Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Consecravit, didique lumnis sui digens accipit et vivite ex omnes. Hic est enim calix sanguinis mei, mysterium fidei, quae pro nobis et pro multis effandetur, in remissionem peccatorum, aequates cum proficeritis me mono facietis. Unde et memores Deum nos servituis, sed et plebs tua sancta justum Christum filium tuum Deum nostrae, tam beati passiones nec non et inferis resurrectionis, sed et in caelis gloriosae scansionis soferimus preclarae maiestati tui di tuis donis actatis, supra quae propitio axere nudur spicieri digneris. Supplices te ragamus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, iuve hec per fede per manus tuum ut quod, ex hoc altaris participatione sacrosanctum Deum Filium tuum, corpus et sanguinum sum senimus, omni sanctificatione calestia gratia Dei palmar, per innum Christum Deum nostrae. We pray for those who have died, and we especially pray for Sharon Doretta, for whom this Mass is being offered. Ipsis temet omnibum in Christum quiscentibum locum reficeri lucis pacis ut orgeste proclamor per in Christum Deum nostrum. Per cum hic omnia Deum Iesum Christum semper bona creas, sanctificas, vivicas, consecratis et praestas nobis. Per ipsum et cum ipso et in ipso est tibi Deum Matrum omnipotenti in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, omnis honor et gloria. Ave Dea, matronam nostrae, gratia plena Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum tecum, sancta tua in mulier, Dea matronam nostrae, materam Deum Iesum Christum, misericordia nobis peccatoribus nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Libera nos quaesimus Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, abodamus malis, praeteritis, praesentibus et futuris et intercedente beata gloriosa semper Deum matronam nostrae. Cum Papa Petrum Sanctorum et omnibus sanctis, da propitiis pacem mendibus nostris. Ut ope misericordiae tuae aduiti et peccato simu semper liberi et boni perturbatione securi. Per eundem Deum nostrum Iesum Christum Filium tuum Deum nostrum, qui tecum vivit et regnat in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per aeternam. Pax Deum Iesum Christum sit semper vobiscum et quoque pote. Haec mixtio et consecratio corporis et sanguinis Deum Iesum Christum fiat ecipientibus nobis in ad salutem aeternam. Pax tecum et quoque apote. Deum Iesum Christum, qui ex voluntate Deum matronam nostrae, cooperante Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum, per mortem tuam unum vivificasti, libera me per hoc sacro sanctum corpus et sanguinum tuum ab omnibus iniquitatibus meis et honoresis malis, et fat me tui semper inhadare mandatis, et eternum quam separare permittas, qui cum eo Deum Dea matronam nostrae, et Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum vivis et regnam aeternam. Perceptio corporis tui Deum Iesum Christum, quod ego indinius sumere praesimo non mihi proveniat in judicium et condonationem, sed pro tu pietate prosit mihi ad tutumentum mentis et corporis et ad medelam, percipiendam qui vivis et regnas cum Deum matronam nostrae in unitate Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum. Panem celestem excipiem et nomen Deum Iesum Christum invocabo. Dea matronam nostrae non sunt dignius, ut intercedetum eis in tante requebus tabernae mea. Deum Iesum Christum non sunt dignius, ut intercedetum eis in tante requebus tabernae mea. Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum non sunt dignius, ut intercedetum eis in tante requebus tabernae mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Quid retubuam Deum Iesum Christum pro omnibus quae retubuit mihi, calicem salutaris excipiem in nomen Deum Patrum Spiritum Sanctum invocabo, Laudasim vocabo Deum matronam nos et benedicis me salvosero. Sanguis Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima mea. Corpus Deum nostrum Iesum Christum custodiet anima tua.
Salutaris Hostia, que celi pandis hostium,
Adoris Sanctus Deum Iesum Christum firmamente carpenis, et immunamente brae nostrum medium sempiternum.
Darobas per auxilium. Unitrinoque Deum, sit sempiterna
Corpus tuum Deum Iesum Christum quod subsidiet sanguis quam putave hedibus gedibus meis apraesta, ut in me non remanias, scera non macula quam sancta reficerunt sacramenta.
Nobis donet in patria. Saving victim, open wide the gate of heaven to us below. Our foes press on from every side. Thy aid supply, thy strength bestow. To thy great names be endless praise. Immortal Trinity, one in three, grant us for endless length of days in our true native land to be.
Deum ubiscum, et quoque apud te. Oremus. Animabus quesumus Deum Iesum Christum, famalorum cetuorum oratio proficiat supplicantium, ut eas et peccatis omnibus exuas et tuae redemptionis facies esse per te cepes. Qui tigum vivet reinant in una divina familia, qui erat est et erit in aeternum. Deum ubiscum, et quoque apud te, ite mis est. Deum gratia. Placiativi sancta Trinitam obsequium suffitutis mea et praestaut sacrificium coroculis tuae maestatis in unos autoritibus et captavere mique et omnibus, pro quibus iru doctoris et miserante perpetuale per Deum nostrum. Sanctificat vos omnipotens Deum, Deum matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum, Spiritum Sanctum. Gratias. Most holy divine family, most holy Trinitarian Theophany, I believe, I venerate, I hope, and I love thee. I beg of thee pardon for those who do not believe, do not venerate, do not hope, and do not love thee. Most holy Trinitarian Theophany, Dea matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum, Spiritum Sanctum. I venerate thee profoundly, and I offer to thee the most precious body, blood, soul, and divinity of Deum Iesum Christum, present here in reparation for the outrages, sacrileges, and indifference by which he himself is offended, and through the infinite merits of his most sacred heart and the immaculate heart of Dea matronam nostrae, I beg of thee the conversion of poor sinners. In nomine Dei matronam nostrae, et Deum Iesum Christum, et Deum Patrum, Spiritum Sanctum. Gracias. Thank you for attending and for being here. Hello, Maria. How are you? I hope you're having a good day in your new area of experience. Me too. We're having new areas of experience. Everyone is, aren't they? Contemplate on what I talked about earlier, and not so much on how it would affect you, but how it would affect others if all of this was false. The stories that we're being told, let's just put it that way, okay, on the web, on the news, okay, on the electronic devices. And you know who's got reign over the electronic devices. All right, please have a great day today. It's going to be beautiful here. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Not the same time, sorry. Earlier, probably 8. We'll see how things go. I've got many more projects. The batteries are not charging now on the motorhome, so I got to do some electrical work. Luckily, God gave me the gift of being a handyman, so for the most part, I can figure things out. All right. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Take care.